Hello, everybody. Good evening. Thank you for coming in. I'm here to do a reading around the energy of Saturn and Pisces. Well, Saturn moved out of Pisces on the 25th of May of this year, and it moved into Aries, and now it's been retrograding back for a little while. On September the 1st, it's going to actually move back into the final degree of Pisces at 29 degrees. You guys have heard me say it. That's the anaretic degree in astrology. It's the highest concentration of that energy. Now, when we're talking about Pisces, that's the last sign of the zodiac. So that's the last degree of the last sign of the zodiac. And it's like Saturn is going back there for just another brief visit before going direct in Aries in February. And that is where dreams become reality. Dreams, because Pisces is ruled by Neptune, which is the planet of dreams. Neptune itself is also retrograde in Aries, heading back towards Pisces. It's at the 1 degree of Aries, which is the creator degree, which is pretty cool when you think about revisiting the dream. And then we have the creation of the new in Neptune right now. So still dreaming about what you want to create going forward. We also just had, as I mentioned, Venus move into Leo. Or did I mention that? We just did yesterday, as a matter of fact. And what I like about that is Leo is a very creative, courageous, visionary, and heart-centered energy. So there is that kind of tapping into what your heart wants without limitations. And when we're talking about dreams, well, that can apply too. So it's very much a dream big energy. But perhaps even more interestingly, you guys, and the music messages are nonstop for me right now, like literally nonstop. But anyway, perhaps even more interesting, when I sat down to do a reading for this Saturn retrograde, I was like, hey, what is the energy? And of course, immediately I heard the song, Dream, Dream, Dream. I think it's by the Everly Brothers. And it's like, when I want you in my arms, when I need you and all your charms, whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream, dream, dream. And then later in the song, he says, the only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. So that's kind of interesting considering we're in retrograde and we're revisiting a dream, right? I don't know if that will apply, but what also came to mind on this channel about, I don't know, was it 6 months ago? I did a reading because the energy of Neptune and Saturn was already very, very potent in this transit. But also in my private readings and in my close friends, which is kind of interesting to observe how the astrology plays out. So that's what I do. But in quite a few of my friends around me were having very, very visual, very realistic seeming dreams, actually, and very romantic, not sexual, romantic. Like one friend of mine had the sensation, and actually she was like a few times, had the sensation of like this very sweet kiss on the cheek. Kind of romantic, right? But not overtly sexual. Another friend of mine kept having a reoccurring dream where she would just look down and be holding the hand of somebody and felt very, very loved and very safe and very valued. It happened in several cases on several occasions. And I'm getting that energy again. It's like that revisiting of that. It was like a prelude, you know? And it has in many cases, it had a very esoteric feel. So it can be, listen to me. You guys, I could speak fine before I started the video and I am losing my voice. Give me a second. Interesting. Okay. But also, the sun just moved into Virgo with a new moon at 0 degrees of Virgo. So new moon in Virgo, that's all about how you make those dreams of Pisces into a practical reality. It's about putting schedules and structures and doing what makes sense. Like it can be about that dream actually approaching in a less romantic way for some of you, but I'm getting that energy more of revisiting. the dream. Anyway, let's look into it. Let's just see where this goes. But certainly that song stood out very strongly. So I don't know if that means anything to you guys. It definitely does apply. Let's start off actually with a true love reading card. Now, this is for anybody, any sign, as always. You'll know if it resonates with you. And it won't resonate with you exactly the way that I say it because it is a general reading. So, and I have a feeling it's going to be quite esoteric and spiritual. We also have Pluto, as I just did a reading on this, or retrograde right now. So Pluto, it's deep, you guys. Look at this. We have yin and yang, right? The divine balance, masculine and feminine. Now, last year, North and South Node were in Libra and Aries. And I said they were setting the stage, that's Mars and Venus, setting the stage for soulmate union coming together this year. Dream, dream, dream. Beautiful. And then I see maturity on the bottom. Well, maybe that's why, right? Saturn is Capricorn's ruler, and it is an incredibly mature planet. It's the house of the adult. It's the house of the outside reputation and legacy and what you want to create at this point in your life. It's very serious energy, and that is maybe why Saturn had to be retrograde for a while. Interesting. Now, you could be quite mature if you're relating to this, but it doesn't have to be that way. Spiritually mature as well. Let's get a romance angel. Okay. Right now, too, Mars is in Libra. So we have Venus and Mars. Libra is ruled by Venus coming together. Oh, I like this. Okay, yeah. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Now, again, if you guys hang out around my channel very often, you know, for me, this card means that something deep within you is coming to the surface because your heart is on the line. That's what red flags are. They're actually cautioning you to a part of yourself that you need to look at. Because love brings anything unlike itself to the surface so that it may be healed. So anytime we're about to fall in love, yin and yang, then we get this red flag energy. And it can turn into like a hypervigilance of independence. And then we have it as safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Okay, so maybe this dream energy of the approaching soulmate is kind of bringing this energy with it. Interesting. So that you can drop your hypervigilance. But also dreams do create, they don't come out of nowhere. I always say dreams, intuition, creativity, divination, they'll come from the same source. Okay, let's get into Mari's psyche. Let's see some of the physical or sexual energy. I get the feeling it's not in the physical, but we'll see. What do we have, please? Oh, isn't that lovely? We have erotic bliss. Well, that's the mind, body, soul connection, which can only be achieved in the yin yang balance with maturity and safety. That's when you're safe to be vulnerable. It is safe for you to love. Lovely. And this is number 17 in this deck, which in the major arcana of, is it? Yes. In the major arcana of the tarot, number 17 is the number of the Tower, which is Aquarius energy. Of the star, it's Aquarius energy. Comes after. And you get that level of maturity when you've been through enough towers in your life. That's probably why they pay attention to red flags. It's like, no more. The charm of simplicity. Oh, get out. This is number 18. How interesting. Okay, we have number 17. All right. Whew, it's warm. Okay. Let's get right into the reading. Actually, I wanted to pull out my kind of dreamy deck. Let's use the Lune de Luniverse. Let me see. Who are you sensing? Who is this person to you? We have the Five of Cups. Well, this is a card about eternal longing. It's Scorpio energy. And it's one of those sense feelings, right? Now, this could be somebody from your past, but it is cups. So it's more a longing for a feeling. It's pretty interesting. And then I see the Eight of Pentacles, earth energy. So your person could be working. They could actually be, well, they could be somebody that you used to work with as well and maybe longing for you. But again, I'm more like, yeah, they're dreaming about you too here. This is a longing. Six of Pentacles. Okay. How do they feel about you? Let me see. What's in the heart? The Ace of Swords. Clarity, certainty. But this is also about communication. So we'll keep going here. What actions do they want to take? I mean, the Ace of Swords is about making a decision. We have the Knight of Pentacles and then the Emperor. Oh, I like the Ace of Swords in the heart because we saw that card, the charm of simplicity. Well, that's a simple truth. That's just pure, honest love. That's why it's safe. Interesting. Now we have the Emperor and the Knight of Pentacles. Again, why it's safe. We have Divine Masculine with Mars energy here. Aries, Capricorn, and Taurus for me. The Knight of Pentacles may be slow, but very, very reliable. So something could, and Eight of Pentacles too, right? This is diligence. It's careful. So they could be moving towards you. Let's see where this goes. With an offer, but it's solid. I call that my Knight of Good Intentions, especially when the Emperor is backing it. And then I see the Three of Wands. Well, the Three of Wands is basically a card about dreaming, but not really. It's about making that vision into a reality. Eight of Pentacles. Let's see the surrounding energy. This is where you could appear. Oh, it's the Emperor again. Okay. The Emperor. Okay. We'll see the Emperor's husband, father. It's safe for you to love. Then I see the Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck. And then the Three of Wands again. The Three of Wands is casting the vision. It's like very optimistic. Okay. What's in the challenge here? You have the Empress. Emperor and Empress here. Wow. And then on under the Empress, I see the Queen, or the King of Cups. Okay. And the King of Cups is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Very, very deep emotionally. All right. Let's see. What's the challenge? Yin and Yang. That's the perfect balance. We already have the challenge. The Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is a card about uncertainty, that's for sure, because it's plans being hidden. Something going on underneath the surface here. Okay. But that's paying attention to the red flags too. Potential outcome. The Hanged Man, Pisces energy, isn't that funny? Now, this Seven of Swords and Empress, I mean, there we have the Five of Cups. Dream, dream, dream. Huh. No, because I was going to say, I mean, the Emperor and Empress are usually married. And then we have an Empress with a 7 of Swords right here in the challenge. So why do I feel like, oh, is this person married? Okay. And that's why only the dream. Interesting. Well, that could be. It could be. And then we have the Hangman here. Okay, let's see. How is this gonna go? What? But I feel like it's like this person wants to. All right, let's just 8 of Pentacles on their mind. When it comes to attention to the red flags. 8 of Pentacles. The Knight of Wands. I mean, the Knight of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles. This is a bit of a red flag energy. That's for sure. And then we have an Empress and a 7 of Swords in the challenge. So this could be like contemplating a workplace affair. Dream. I see. Okay. Let me see the Knight of Wands. Let me see the Knight of Wands. I mean, the Knight of Wands is very playful, right? We have erotic bliss. All right, we have Justice. Libra's major arcana. A Justice is about doing the right thing, though. This is about balance, harmony. And then the Knight of Wands. I mean, they could be excited to come in and bring you something. We'll keep going. Let me see the Ace of Swords in the heart. Interesting. The 8 of Wands. I mean, they know what they want. It's very, very clear. The 8 of Wands is a lot of passion, a lot of Mars energy, actually. Okay. Very fast moving, though. And then we have this pay attention to the red flag. So maybe you think this person is married. Let's see the 8 of Wands. The 6 of Swords, and then the 3 of Cups. The 6, yeah. I mean, this is erotic bliss, especially with the 8 of Wands. Okay. Let me see the Knight of Pentacles in the actions. The Chariot and the Knight of Cups. Look at all of these knights. Now, knights bring in offers, but they also, I mean, this person could be younger than you. Oh my gosh. But it says it's safe for you to love. Let me keep going. I feel like I'm going to cry. Okay. The Chariot is a card about travel. It's victory and success. It's movement forward. By 8 of Wands, 6 of Swords, travel. All over the place here. And the Emperor is who drives the Chariot. Let me see the Chariot. The 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is the end of a very long and difficult cycle. But it's more like I feel like this person is coming to you feeling quite burdened and wanting to be playful, wanting to drop this kind of a burden, right? The Emperor has a lot of responsibilities here, right? The Emperors build empires and it's not easy to do. And although I do think this person has an empire, because 8 of Pentacles, I mean, there's something about them. Like I do. Perhaps you work with this person. This could be a work trip for some of you. But I feel like anyway, they want to drop this burden. Okay. Here comes a message and an invitation. Three of Cups. Let me see the Emperor. It's the Devil, Capricorn's major arcana. Now, the Devil is all about fear, temptation, repeating cycles. You know what we have here? We've got Saturn. Interesting. Let me see the Devil. The Nine of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. The Nine of Swords is staying up all night. It's dreams now. The Devil and the Emperor, this can actually be like fantasizing about you. But you, I mean, no, that's the energy around. That's them. All right. Let me see. The Seven of Swords and the Empress and the Challenge. We're going to go into that dream, trust me. The Seven of Swords and the Empress. The Four of Pentacles stuck. Right. Has something to do with finances. The Emperor. Interesting. The Ten of Pentacles and the King of Swords. Aquarius energy. Now, the King of Swords is very, very strategic. We see a Nine of Swords. We see a Seven of Swords. So, yeah, I feel like this person wants to hold on to the stability of what they have. And it could be somebody that you work with, though. That's the thing. But anyway, I mean, it could even be your boss with this Emperor, King of Swords energy. But I feel like they're trying to be strategic. Here is my point. So that they can hold on to what they do have. Okay. And I see the Hanged Man. We have the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords. We have Saturn here. The Three of Swords is memories of heartbreaking cycles from the past. And remember, we have that King of Swords. Let me see the Three of Swords. The Nine of Pentacles, but not single. Dream, dream, dream. But like stuck in a situation here. We have the Hermit. You got what? We have the Hermit, Virgo's major arcana. I just said. We have the Star, Aquarius. Dream, dream. We have the Lovers. Interesting. And you know what's double interest? I'm not surprised either. We're going to go into some of this. And you know what's so interesting about this with the Lovers card? When Saturn moved into Aries, no, it began retrograde in Aries, May 25th, Gemini season. Time to make a choice. One from the heart. It's a hard one too. But look, the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is Venus and Cancer energy, and it is soulmate energy. Heart to heart and eye to eye. Eight of Cups. Now, the Eight of Cups is a card about walking away from what isn't. The Ten of Cups. Okay. But yes, there's this wish coming from deep in the soul. The Hermit here. Dream, dream, dream. Okay. Let me see that Knight of Wands. The Six of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my goodness. The Wheel of Fortune is a card about destiny, but also about divine timing. And then we have the Six of Cups down here. This is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. The Six of Cups is a sense memory. Remember, we saw the Five of Cups. It's a sense memory. It's a very, very sweet energy. And there's something with that Knight of Wands, too, about playfulness. The Wheel is destiny. Let me see the Six of Swords with the Eight of Wands. But the Wheel also brings about changes and blessings. It's the Two of Cups in the World. Okay, we saw the Two of Cups at the end, remember? Now the World, again, there again could be travel involved in this situation. Six of Swords, Eight of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. This is certainty about what they want. Can I see the Knight of Pentacles? The Six of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. We have the Four of Pentacles over here. The Six and the Six is the Ten of Pentacles. So if there's travel associated in the situation, it could be something to do with finances. Could even have something to do with their actual car and having to pay for that. It very much could be. Okay. But then I see the Six of Wands, which is a card about victory and success. And I see justice, Libra energy back here. Let me see the Nine of Swords here. Page of Cups. Let me see the Devil. Oh my gosh. Let me see the Devil. What are they stressed about here? The Page of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like there's an age difference, and I feel like there's a wife here. Okay. And I see dream, dream, dream. Let me see the Hanged Man and the Three of Swords. Death and Rebirth and the Five of Pentacles. Okay. So the Five of Pentacles, remember I said with this 10 and the Empress, they don't want to leave what they have because it's quite secure. So I do feel like they've been holding back for quite some time here. But then we have Death and Rebirth and the Five of Pentacles, right? So coming back around and willing to take the loss at this point in time. Let me see the Five of Pentacles. Ace of Wands, amazing. The Ace of Wands is fire energy. And as I always say, this is the heart starter. It's the spark that gets everything going. It's very passionate, very sexual energy, though. So that Knight of Wands here. I saw the Two of Pentacles, which is a card about having too much on your hands. Let me see. Ace of Wands. Oh my God, the devil. Capricorn energy because they want it that much. Five of Cups. Longing. Death. And the Eight of Wands. My gosh, this is intense. I mean, the Eight of Wands is erotic bliss. So let me see. You know what? I'm going to use the Sun and Moon deck. Let me see the Ace of Wands and the Devil. The Tower and the Six of Wands. The Tower comes out of nowhere. It is sudden movement. Now they could be moving because we have a Five of Pentacles. The Six of Wands is about success though. And we have death and rebirth. And then we have Nine of Pentacles. So let me see the Six of Wands. Victory, it says. And then we have the Page of Wands. Communication. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups. Okay. We saw that King of Cups. Can I see the Wheel and Justice? The Queen of Swords and Death and Rebirth. The Queen of Swords is often a divorcee. And then Justice here as well. And like I said, they're getting themselves free of something so they can pursue you. Can I see erotic bliss? It's the Knight of Pentacles. And we have that Knight of Pentacles over here. Then I see the Sun on the bottom of the deck. Wow, Leo energy. Okay. Let me get a talisman on this Seven of Swords in the challenge. Overcome fear. Remember I said pay attention to the red flags? So, I don't know. Do you think this person's married? Let me see the Wheel and the Two of Cups. Eternal charisma and divine guidance. Pay attention to the red flags. Ace of Wands and Death and Rebirth. Wisdom. We saw that maturity energy. And then I see banish a curse and good fortune on the bottom. Okay. So let's get a message from this Emperor. To you. What do they have? It's hard to be just friends. Holding back and holding back. I miss you so much. Well, what happened? Let's have another one. I know you are worth the wait. Oh. Let's do another one. I need time to heal myself first. I'm willing to forgive. Can I see the red flags? The Four of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. That's what I'm saying though. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. I feel like I'm missing something. Let's go to the star codes. This could be astrological energy in your chart and somebody around you, or just overall influencing the situation. What do we have? Okay. Chiron, healing. Uranus, change. And then the 11th house, which is the house of the community. I see Libra energy on the, and Venus. Look at this. Somebody wanting to do the right thing. And then messages here. Let's do one more. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. I just saw Scorpio too. Let's do one more. The Vesta and the ninth house. Okay. I like this because, as you know how they always say it is safe for you to love. Well, the Vesta looks like the Four of Wands, doesn't it? It looks like safety. It looks like a home. And in the middle here is this wand burning, that Ace of Wands. And then the ninth house, which is a card about travel and exploration. Okay. What else can I throw at this? How about a moon card? But what? Like, was there an affair in the past when they were still married? Maybe, and you had to walk away. And now they're coming back around. I have full moon in Scorpio, breathe through the tension. Full moon in Cancer, let your fears dissolve. Let's have another one. I'm going to ask actually how you feel. Let's see. Go for it with the new moon in Aries. New moon in Capricorn, step up and lead. That's what the Emperor does. And then full moon in Virgo, take inspired action. Okay. Interesting. Let me see how you feel. Let's go to the good tarot. How do you feel about the situation? I mean, it looks like they want to have fun. Oh, okay. I thought as much. The Queen of Swords. You're like, no. Red flags. Okay. Power. So you did. You must have at one point in time brought this down. Let's have one more with the Tower. The Three of Cups. Because you knew. But then I see death and rebirth here. Four of Swords and the Six of Cups. So what? Do they want to restore the innocence? Something. Let's have one more. The Tower. The Ten of Wands. And then the Eight of Wands here. Nine of Cups, yeah. Yeah, I feel like you put it, like you were paying attention to the red flags. Okay. But also this person now could be coming in to say there isn't a third party anymore. Because we did see the Two of Cups. Okay, let's close this crazy reading off with a, oh, did we get from the blue deck? We didn't. What's the timing? Okay, let's go to the blue deck. Blossoming abundance. Nine of Pentacles. Victory. The Chariot. Fourth chakra, that's the heart chakra. feeling it's safe for you to love. And then we have the thinking man. Remember we saw the King of Swords? And we see the Queen of Swords here too. And then I see journey. But anxiety. One more. What though, right? Like, okay. One more with the thinking man. I feel like they have to leave behind. Yes. Adjacent possibilities. They're thinking of creative ways to potentially be able to have. But I just feel like they want their cake and eat it too. I do. I feel that way. Okay. But like maybe again, and maybe at some point you brought the tower down. 3 of Cups in reverse. You were like, no. Mm-mm. Or they did so that they could come your way because you told them. Beware of what you're projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. Okay. Give. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. That could be for them, right? Because they're the ones that I think 3 of Cups in reverse, 5 of Pentacles, they may need to take a loss. Sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you will find eternal bliss. Dream, dream, dream. And last one. Balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. See, again, I'll say maybe you brought the tower down because you're like, I'm not doing this. I don't play like that. That's kind of the energy I get. Let's cut it. Give thanks for the blessing of love soon to come your way. So yeah, it was like by you bringing the tower down, that brings the situation into a place of justice. And it says, know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Yeah. Okay. All right, you guys. That's what I have for you. Interesting reading. I love you guys very much. I'll see you soon. Namaste.